Growing up as a young boy in Ohio, I collected all kind of cool stuff. 45 records, comic books, sports cards. And I'm really excited today as we're going to pay a visit to the place that USA Today called one of the top destinations for shopping in all of Williamsburg. So join me as I do a little picking of my own here at Williamsburg Antique Mall.
Well, the mall itself opened in 1997. This is going to be our 20th year anniversary coming up this July. Some of our dealers have been here since the very beginning, and some of our employees have also. All of our employees are also dealers here. So they're not just employees here at the mall, they have a passion for antiques. So they really care what goes on. They know the business. They're very helpful because they know just about everything. I've been here 6 years, and it would take me 20 more to learn the stuff I need to learn. The fact that because we have so many different dealers, there's no one object to come in here and look for. There's no rhyme or reason. The booth I'm in right now, this gentleman has his man cave. He's got the nice gas pump. He's got the porcelain signs and stuff like that. We'll have booths with dolls. We'll have booths with sports gear and fishing and knives and plates and every kind of collectible and antique you could think of. We get people coming in from all over the world because Williamsburg is a great destination, a vacation destination. And our dealers travel all over the country and in some cases all over the world. I've got a dealer here. She's also an employee, and she goes to England every year and brings stuff back. We've had everything in this place from, we've got whale vertebrae, we've got every kind of strange and odd object you could ever imagine that's come through here. It's a family atmosphere because the people that work here care what happens. Again, they have booths here. We have over 300 dealers. We have 45,000 square feet, and everybody loves their job.
I've been coming here for about 16 years, and it's like my second home. I've always loved antiques and museums, and it's fun because I can bargain here too. So, good friend here. I've donated things to the Humane Society booth. She volunteers for that. And I've had such good times here with my granddaughter. I brought her when she was around 11 and 12 years old, and she danced down the aisles, and I gave her a big budget, and she was in seventh heaven. I'll never forget the time that she sat back there playing a bongo drum. And the guy in the back room came out like, "What in the world?" I said, "Oh, it's just Sarah." You know, I taught her a lot about antiques here. That's a special memory.
Well, I came by this life-size wooden Indian who was beautiful and magnificent, except for one thing. He had a huge crack in his leg. And so I thought, I'm going to put it in my booth. It's a good draw thing. And somebody from Phoenix bought it and shipped it to Phoenix to the tune of $1,000. I thought, oh man, if somebody will buy an wooden Indian with a broken leg, I can sell anything. And I do very well.
Yeah, vacation. In the end of January, we like to come down for a couple of months to enjoy the historic sites and the museums and the antique malls. So it's a great spot. We come here frequently because I'm such an avid collector of practically everything. So it's great fun to come to the antique mall.
Yeah, and what's so nice about this place is that, I mean, if you look around, you can see that everything is displayed really well. There's lots of room, lots of space. The lighting is good. So you really have a good opportunity to see what's here without having to dig too deep. It's really an antique mall, not a flea market, and I like that. Most recently, when we were down here, I found a glass plate. It's a very unusual shape, and I have 6 of them at home, and I found another one. So that was a real aha moment because it was all by itself, out of a collection, just a single piece sitting on a shelf all by itself, and I grabbed it fast.
We will have our 20th anniversary in July, and I've been here since day one. So I'm going on the 20 years. The items that I deal with, but mostly the people. We have great return clientele as well as a lot of new people. And we have people from around the world because we're close enough to DC that we have people that travel and they discover us. And in fact, we have a piece of furniture on hold right now for a man from China who's going to be working up in the DC area. So it broadens my life. It is Christmas year-round. I collect it myself, and I thought I can't be the only person out there who is crazy for Christmas. So I decided to leave everything in place after the holidays a number of years ago, and it's been very successful, very successful. It gives me joy, and it's so much fun seeing people stand here saying, "Oh, my grandmother had that. And where are the ornaments?" And that sometimes prompts them to go home and pull out something they perhaps forgot about. I try to carry things that are World War II and earlier. In fact, the tree back here that is decorated with all World War II ornaments. It makes me happy. And I love the craftsmanship of some of the old things. There's a village down here that's all wooden. They started making them in Germany in the 1920s and 30s. The war came, that was put aside, and then right after the war, they started putting them back on the market, and they're every bit as detailed and as beautiful, and they've survived. The horse is a pull toy attached to rockers, so a child could remove this and pull it. That's the child that's walking. Could also replace it on the rockers, would learn posture, these are little kids, these are just toddlers. But it's a fabulous toy, and I can't imagine Christmas morning even getting just this one item. It has a burlap fabric cover. A lot of them are painted. This particular one is different. It has a replaced mane. This was not in place when I found the horse. The tail is original horse hair. The base and the rocker, they're all the original paint, and it does say Germany on the base, which is always fun. I like to learn the origin of some of my items.
People come every year. We'll have people that come once a year, that this is their destination. They come to Williamsburg, they're going to come to the mall. A lot of them have to, they fly here, so they can't take much with them, so we'll ship stuff to them back home. They'll load up and we'll UPS or pack it up and ship. We have delivery. A lot of our business repeat, because you can't shop this place in one day. You can't shop this place in 2 days. And the cool thing about it is, even if you come here next month, it's going to be completely different. We don't have, our shelves aren't stocked with the same stuff all the time. They're continuously changing. So you can't shop here once and say, "Oh, I've been there," because it's a new store next month. It's a new store 2 months from now. And you can get lunch here in the tea room. She's been here for years too. She makes great food and desserts.
Well, welcome to our tea room. Everything in our tea room is organic and naturally grown, and all of our baking is homemade. We serve wonderful afternoon lunch, afternoon tea and dessert, coffee and cake, and I'm sure you would enjoy having a wonderful afternoon lunch in here.
The place just has personality everywhere. It really does. And people don't know how to get involved. We're always looking for people that have things that they'd like to sell. We're always looking for new dealers. We have showcases and booths. We have various price ranges. If you've got stuff in the attic that's just been sitting there for years and you're thinking, "I need to get rid of this," or you inherited some things, or you used to collect items, this is the place to come. We can help you sell it. I started because I wanted to recreate my baseball card collection from when I was a kid. My mom threw my stuff out when I went to the Navy. And I was so disappointed, and just for years it drove me crazy, and I finally started buying old baseball cards. And I kept buying them, and I kept buying them. And my wife finally told me, "You got to get rid of some of this stuff." So I came here and opened up a booth, and I've been here ever since. And now I can still feed my habit of buying things and going to auctions and sales, but then I can turn around and sell stuff too.
So we have a lot of our original staff that still works. We're really a family and enjoy each other's company and have fun while we're working. Well, I've heard it said that people buy back their childhood, And a lot of people do come in and see things, toys, furniture, various items that they can remember from home growing up. And that strikes a chord, and it keeps us in business. What makes it unique is the variety of things that you will find in here. The heavy antiques to modern collectibles, comic books, NASCAR, Star Wars. There really is something for everyone in here.
Yep, we're right down the road from the Walmart and the Lowe's and the Home Depot. We're near the pottery, we're near the outlet malls. We're just right in between everything, right off of 199. You'll come down and you'll see this little strip mall called the Lightfoot Mall. And that's actually where you turn. It's the little road going into there, and then you have to go behind the Lightfoot Mall, and there we are. It's this giant building, 45,000 square feet, but you won't see it until you come around the corner behind the strip mall.
Well, that's going to have to be a wrap here at Williamsburg Antique Mall, because my bank account's going to take a bruising, especially, well, it was love at first sight. I actually found this working Kodascope Model G projector that I absolutely fell in love with, and I think is going to make a great addition to my home decor. So the next time you're in the Williamsburg area, or even if you're not, make a special trip to Williamsburg Antique Mall and do a little picking of your own. But until next time, I'm Kevin, and we're kicking it in the 757.